It was one of those evenings when the restaurant felt a little brighter than the street outside. Not noisy in a bad way, just full of plates, voices, soft music, and the kind of warm light that makes ordinary dinners feel slightly more alive. I was there with a friend, just for a simple meal. Nothing to celebrate. Nothing special planned. We had barely sat down when a burst of singing rose from somewhere across the room. A birthday song, slightly off-key, but cheerful enough to pull everyone's attention over. So of course I looked too. There was a candle, some clapping, a woman laughing, with one hand over her face, and that familiar feeling a restaurant gets when one table's happiness briefly spills outward and touches everyone else. Even from a distance, it was hard not to smile. When the singing ended, the room settled again. People turned back to their own conversations. But I was still smiling when a woman at the next table over stood up with a gift bag and looked in my direction. Or at least, that was how it seemed, for one very confident second. It felt natural somehow. The birthday energy was still in the air. She was smiling. I was smiling. And before I had fully checked whether the moment belonged to me at all, I smiled right back and said, "Happy birthday." Warmly, too. Clearly. Like a person who absolutely knew where the sentence was going. Then she blinked, looked past me, and lifted the gift bag toward someone behind my shoulder. That was when the whole picture rearranged itself. The smile was not for me. The birthday was not mine to name. I turned just enough to see the real destination of the moment. Someone at the table behind us, half standing, reaching for the gift. And there I was, sitting neatly in the middle of someone else's celebration, having offered my cheerful little sentence to the wrong person, with perfect timing and completely wrong direction. I laughed first. There was nothing else to do. A small laugh, then a real one. The woman laughed too, as soon as she understood what had happened, and that helped immediately. It kept the whole thing light. Not sharp. Not embarrassing in a heavy way. Just one of those moments that slips sideways before you can stop it. My friend was trying not to laugh too much, which of course made me laugh more. Then the restaurant moved on the way it always does. Menus opened. Glasses clinked. Someone called for a server. And within a minute, the whole thing had already softened into something smaller, not a social disaster, just a sentence that had wandered to the wrong table. By the time our food arrived, I was fine again. The room was still warm. The birthday table was still glowing a little in the corner. And somewhere inside me, the mistake had already changed shape from something to survive into something I knew I would laugh about later.